Alright, come on in, hit the like button, think about subscribing if you're not already. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, but most importantly, welcome to the Berserker family. So this is my honest review for the 2026 action history war film called Rise of the Last Conqueror. Here's the plot, and I believe very, very strongly, like 99.9%, that this is in fact based heavily on a part of history in the 1300s. So here's a plot. As the Mongol empire crumbles, a battle-scarred Tamerlane must confront a haunting destiny and renounce his loyalties to protect the fate of the Silk Road. Here's some of the cast. I honestly wasn't expecting this to be in all subtitles. It was actually a mixture of them speaking in English and two other languages. And I'm not going to speculate on what they are because there's so many out there and then through history that I don't want to offend people. And I will. I'm not going to speculate. But this, to give you a little bit insight on this, is around Middle Eastern and the Arabics and I believe, and the Muslims and the Chinese, I believe, because I only know a little bit about the Mongolian dynasty, or I forgot his name, but Genghis Khan. This is like, from what I could gather without giving too much away, it is the grandson and great-grandson of Genghis Khan. So this is kind of like, I guess, 100 years maybe past or something. I don't know, but it's between two different things around a certain part. And there was a part in there where there was one place that was made it obvious where it was in the Middle East, but again, I don't know because I know on a map where China is, but yeah. So, without going any more rambling, unfortunately I'm not very familiar, as I just very blatantly made clear, with part of the history or where this took place exactly. But the story wasn't hard to follow along with, and between the constant badass fight scenes and the very intriguing story, I found myself sucked in right away and definitely didn't let go of my interests. There was definitely CGI spots thrown in, usually with the big up above shots usually you get with the armies, but it didn't look that bad necessarily. I mean, it looks CGI, but it didn't look bad compared to other stuff I've seen. I've seen way worse, and that was just kind of in there. It wasn't like Hollywood style, but it definitely had that a good amount of quality where it was very acceptable. But looked like majority of the film was practical on actual sets and actual lands. Now, I don't know if this was actually, how much of this was actually shot on the actual lands that this takes place in. But either way, it was real cool. There was some small issues in production or editing, in my opinion, more on nitpicks, but there was an outdoor fight scene with rain. The rain was clearly practical movie set rain sprinklers, but you could clearly see the blue sky and sunny sun. And I don't think you can really do much in editing even today to counteract that. So it's more of a nitpick, but it's just something I'd point out. But overall, the film was a fantastic ride with great performances, and I don't recognize anybody in here, but the guy that plays Tilmo was very intimidating, very well done with his choreographing and definitely his good acting. So I would be very interested to see what else he's been in. But here's my rating, and I'll come up with my final thoughts. I honestly was surprised about how good this film was. I definitely recommend it. It's definitely look. I'm not someone that's into films at this point have to be historically accurate, and I know there's people are going to say it is, or if it isn't. That's just my personal preference, and I have my opinions about people who do have just go off about it, especially these days. But I'm not going to get into it. But because I'm sure I'll hear your thoughts in the comments. But because again, leave your thoughts down below. I'll read them. Yeah. So remember, I love you all. Please stay safe. Spread the love, support. Skull.